Hello and welcome to Star Citizen Sunday. This is a weekly show which covers all the news from Star Citizen from the week just past. I am your host Mac, so let's get on with it. This week, 3.6 is still coming along well. The second wave of Citizencon tickets are announced, plus we hear how a weapon audio is created. So before we kick off, I will just give you a rundown of what's happening with 3.6. It is very much in the PTU now, still in wave 2. The current patch is 3.60 and generally, I'm finding it quite positive. Still a few bugs that they need to clean up, especially leg-breaking bugs, which can be very frustrating when you're just running around planetside. The frame rate issues are up and down as well, but they know that that's a bug. And just general crashing, 30k issues, crash to desktops. They're still present, but they're not as prominent as they were in previous patches. I personally don't know when the Wave 3 or Open PTU is coming, but it doesn't feel very far off. I wouldn't be surprised if it's sometime next week. Fingers crossed. Obviously, if it does come to PTU and you get your invite, I highly suggest jumping in. You get given a lot of money, a few ships to try out as well, which allows you to really test areas of the game that you probably can't do before unless you spend time earning credits. If you do want to know more about 3.6 and the roadmap, I do have a weekly video which covers all the changes from week to week, which I will link below for you. But with that said, let's get on with the show. So on this week's Star Citizen Live, it was with Barney Oram, who is one of the sound designers, talking about the audio sound effects specifically for weapons, and he chose ones coming in 3.6, which was very handy. Now they used this test environment to try out the weapons, and today they will create whole new weapon sounds for each weapon, some of them realistic, some of them quite novelty. I personally can't wait until we can get a firing range to start practicing, because I really want to get some practice in with my FPS, see how good I can do. Anyway, if you are wondering, they are using WWise for the sound. That is the software they use. Now, it showed him firstly isolating each sound layer for the S38 pistol, which also included how the environment audio changes and swaps it on dynamically depending on where you are. And environment audio is one of those things that if it's done right, you don't really notice, but it sounds incredible. Each layer is then put together and it creates the final audio for the weapon. I'll just play a few of the little bits in the background so you can hear it. So after breaking them down, he began creating a new weapon sound by choosing different sounds from a library, which included a few gunfire shots as well. Now he layered them over one another and created a unique firing sound. We also heard him isolate the sounds for the Clausen Werner Lumin 5 weapon. Many of these layers sound very alien and unique, completely different. I suppose with it being an energy weapon, it does need to. He also isolated some sounds for the Scourge railgun and then begun creating completely new sounds, which was very funny. But yeah, quite decent is this whole Star Citizen Live. Basically, once the sound is created, they do have an audio review test, and they listen to the weapons and they get sort of feedback on how to improve it. They also do have regular review gates where all departments sit down together and look at a weapon and just think about how they could improve it in each area, not just audio, but visual and animations and so forth. So it's good to know that they have these processes in which they go through to get them to the quality level that they are at. And I must say, Star Citizen, in my opinion, do have some of the best looking and sounding weapons out there. What's even better is that we will get to customize them and we will see them degrading, misfiring, that sort of thing, which really gives you a sense of ownership over the weapon. Now, just before we finish off, they did say that there are plans for environment effects to maybe affect the sound of outposts, like if you're inside an outpost and it's windy outside on Daymar, you can hear sand hitting the sides. Really love this idea, and I can't wait to hear all types of weather affecting the interior sounds as you are inside somewhere. I think it's just going to make the atmosphere so much better. Anyway, I'll leave it there for Star Citizen Live this week. Actually, very funny to watch, and if you are interested, the link is below, but let's move on. So also this week, the Squadron 42 monthly report is released. I have covered this in a separate video already, so I will link that below in the description. Portfolio post highlights the Riari incorporation. July's subscriber flare is now a complete outfit, and as of next month, it should be changed up, but to what, we don't know yet. Wave 2 of the Citizencon tickets go on sale on July the 17th. Now these are also sold in 2 waves. The first one is at 6 PM UTC, and the second is at 10 PM UTC. Each wave contains 175 tickets, and they are open to all backers, so best of luck getting yourself one. And finally, to celebrate Imperators Day, CIG have set up a parade competition for everyone to submit their photographs of them showing off a parade in-game. You have until the end of the day to get your images in, and you could win yourself a Tumble Ranger. So that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share the video with all your friends. If you like what I do and want to help me make it better, follow the link below to my Patreon page to learn more.